He is back, guys. Chris Stapleton is back. One of the GOATs of country music is back. One of all of our favorite singers is back. The outlaw of the mainstream is back. And I guess you could say I'm excited. This is one of those days where it's just fun to be a country music fan, because here you have someone that everyone loves, whether you are a traditionalist, whether you're someone that likes the mainstream, everyone loves Chris Stapleton, and how could you not? Basically, ever since the 2015 CMA Awards, when he sang Tennessee Whiskey and he sang Drink You Away with Justin Timberlake, he's just become a giant superstar. I mean, Traveler, the album that Tennessee Whiskey was on, was actually the best-selling country album of the whole decade. And you can still see that near the top of the charts all the time. Like, you go on iTunes now, I bet you Tennessee Whiskey is still like in the top 50. And then in the years that followed, he put out From A Room, Volumes 1 and Volume 2. He had a couple singles that came from those. There was Either Way, which I believe there's a very old reaction to on this channel. Broken Halos, which is my freaking jam. Oh, listen to that voice. I seen my share of broken halos. You know, I don't have Stapleton's voice. And then if memory serves correctly, I think the last single he's actually officially released was Millionaire, and that was over 2 years ago.
Here with the song Millionaire, Chris Stapleton. Good night.
And then in the last few years, he's appeared here and there on other people's songs. He did that one with Pink called Love Me Anyway. He did that one with Justin Timberlake called Say Something. And also, side note, remember when we all thought that Man in the Woods was going to be Justin Timberlake's going country moment, and then he made that weird, like, Apple Conference robot sex music video, which completely shattered all of the flannel Montana branding? Still confusing to me. He also put out that random Lego-themed music video for his song Second One to Know last year, which was fun to see, but for the most part, we have not gotten new music or really evidence of new music from Chris Stapleton for a while. And so earlier this week, when he dropped a little teaser, he wiped his social media clean, and suddenly there was this apocalyptic hellscape teaser. And there was fire, and there was a new Chris Stapleton song seemingly playing in it, and there was maggots eating stuff, and I don't know, just the kind of this dark, gritty, outlawish energy in this video, along with the date, November 13th, 2020. Suffice it to say, the internet was excited, as was I. It's like, oh snap, are we finally getting a new Stapleton album? And it turns out we are. We're getting a new Stapleton album in November. It's gonna be called Starting Over, just like the first single, which he also dropped today. This is also a production with Dave Cobb, who he has famously worked with, and really, even though Dave Cobb was like the super buzzy producer, working with like Jason Isbell and Lindy Ortega and Sturgill, it was Traveler that really cemented Dave Cobb's status as one of the it producers in Charlottesville, in Nashville. I live in Charlottesville. So anyway, I am pumped. I just want to do a really simple video, listen to this new song Starting Over, give my thoughts on it. I wonder if it's going to be sort of like nice, sensitive, Millionaire, or Friendship, or Broken Halos Chris Stapleton, or if it's going to be like Second One to Know, or If It Hadn't Been for Love kind of Chris Stapleton. Okay, I'm going to pull it up on my computer now, and while I'm doing so, what I want you all to do is earmark this song, Where Rainbows Never Die, from Stapleton's time in the Steel Drivers back in the day. Somehow I had not heard that song till a few months ago, and my mind was blown at how pretty it is, so just do yourself a favor and find that, and thank me later. Okay, so it sounds light and, what's the word, breezy? Oh, the bass sounds good. Well, that's just a simple little song about reconnecting as a husband and wife. It's cool to hear his wife Morgan on harmonies. She always sounds amazing. And I feel like this is a song that is about kind of a couple refinding each other. They love each other, there's a comfort in their relationship, but like, let's do something spontaneous. And if that's not an anthem for parents of 5 kids, I don't really know what is. He says, baby, for once in our lives, let's roll the dice. And there's actually this kind of like gambling luck theme in the chorus, because it's mentioning rolling the dice, and he says, I can be your lucky penny, you be my 4-leaf clover, starting over. So I imagine them just dropping off the kids at the grandparents for a week, getting in the car and being like, let's go sit in a cabin and look at the sunset and really re-find and rediscover each other. Very sweet, very simple little love song that is in stark contrast to the teaser from this album. Now, I know this can't be totally representative of what the rest of this album is going to sound like, given that if you look at the kind of claim on the original teaser video, it's a song called Watch You Burn, and the tone of this song is not one that is very watch you burn. A few things I really liked about that song: its simplicity. I really liked the bass line. I feel like bass is so rarely a prominent instrument that I'm even bothering to think about. It's usually just sort of foundational for the rest of the instruments, but here it really has character, and the movement of the bass is an actual sort of role in the chorus of the song. And then, Chris Stapleton's voice. As soon as I heard it, I just had a big smile on my face at the beginning of that. He sings with a gruff conviction that can be sweet, it can be angry, it just can do a lot. And how he controls that rasp, how he can sing like that night after night, I don't know. I also think embedded in the first verse about wanting to get out of this town, there's just a little hint of some of the fatigue that might have come with Chris Stapleton really becoming a celebrity. I mean, this guy was working as a songwriter for many, many years, and suddenly he is this hot ticket item in Nashville. He's also a dad to 5 young children with his wife, and that's a lot of transition, and I could see him really needing that break, needing that separation from the mainstream, from the hubbub of the industry, and just wanting to kind of reconnect. Like maybe he needs to start over because he feels disconnected from himself as well as his wife, as well as his family. So I don't know, maybe that's reading too much into it, but I feel a little trace of that in that first verse. On the whole, I really enjoy it. I think it's a sweet song. I don't think it's some crazy big statement. I don't know that melodically it sticks with me the same way something like Tennessee Whiskey or something that Broken Halos does, but I'm so happy to have Stapleton back. I feel like he's not the kind of artist that's especially worried about having a big statement single when he comes back, like Adele maybe, but I can't wait to hear the rest of this album. Let me know what you guys think of the song. Let me know if you're happy to have Stapleton back, and let me know whatever else you want to let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, share it with a friend, go listen to Where Rainbows Never Died if you've never heard it before, and let me know if you like these kind of like one-off simple little reactions. I'll see you guys very soon with a bunch more of my standard video content though. Peace!